So, boys and girls, after Sweet Baby Inc. got absolutely raked over the coals last week and even went into hiding because of the idiot moronic things that they got involved with and just completely and totally trying to destroy Western civilization by wokeifying all of our lovely modern gamings, well, ladies and gentlemen, they've come out there and decided to stick their foot in it once again because not even hours. The body wasn't even cold. The announcement wasn't even cold, ladies and gentlemen. They decided to come out there and make fun of and criticize Akira Toriyama's design of Mr. Popo. And yes, this is something people have rehashed over years and years and years. But as literally everybody who is a fan of this guy out there, who's a fan of Dragon Ball Z, or any of the other work he's done out there, is out there trying to celebrate him and remember him. Yes, they decided to come out there and piss all over his grave before the body's even cold by bringing up another bunch of rehashed BS nonsense. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about right here, because we have this lovely article over here from Bounding Into Comics telling us all about what is exactly going on and what they said, and we are going to roast them, laugh at them, and make fun of these absolute insane psychos out there. Bring shame back, make it great again. Let's laugh and make fun of these people. Let's get right into it. Hours after Dragon Ball creator's death made public, Sweet Baby Inc. writer attempts to shame Akira Toriyama over Mr. Popo's design. It seems that in addition to diversity and inclusion, Sweet Baby Inc. also includes never letting a tragedy go to waste among their core values. Just as hours after the tragic passing of Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama was made public, company writer Chris Kindred attempted to grandstand on his grave by raising the tired and absolutely false argument that the mangaka's design of series mainstay Mr. Popo was nothing but a racist caricature of black people. And once again, this is something that has been talked about for years and years and years among the Dragon Ball fan community out there, which of course I'm one of those guys that I wasn't a big anime fan as a kid, but I mean, I absolutely caught a whole crap ton of the Dragon Ball Z episodes back in the 90s. I loved watching that stuff. It was so much fun to get through that. It's something that I went out there, and when Super was coming out, I went and bought all the DVDs and all that kind of stuff, and I introduced my son to it. I'm going to introduce the rest of my kids to this now, especially going through all of this again. Like, this is absolutely incredible stuff, and the fans have their rights to be understandably upset by this passing, and of course, Sweet Baby Inc. just has to step in it and make things even worse and bring up a bunch of other nonsense BS. So as announced by Dragon Quest co-creators own Bird Studio and the independent company responsible for the Dragon Ball IP, Capsule Corp Tokyo, on March 7th, the esteemed mangaka passed away roughly a week at the age of 68. Maybe roughly a week after at the age of 68. I think we need to check our little word editing a little bit there, guys. His reported cause of death being an acute subdural hematoma, in layman's terms, a pooling of blood in his brain. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of the creation with great enthusiasm, read Bird Studio and Capsule Corp's message. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks for the support for so many people around the world. He has been able to continue his creativity activities for 45 years. And if this guy has worked like any other of the mangaka that we've heard about coming out of Japan, this guy probably worked nonstop, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day, writing, drawing, doing all of this kind of stuff. It's hard on them. These guys' work ethic is just bar none compared to pretty much anybody else's I've seen around the world. It's absolutely amazing. It's blown away, but sadly, unfortunately, sometimes it leaves some of their creations left undone, and that is very, very, very sad. So they've got the information about the funeral services and stuff like that. Just really, really, really sad. Really, really sad. So rest in peace out there, Mr. Toriyama. And it's just like, thank you for all the wonderful stories you gave us. Thank you for that. And thank you for the fact that they will be immortalized forever now out there. And we are going to be able to introduce this to brand new generations. Sir, you are going to live on forever. But we're not here to do all of that. We're here to remind people why there's evil bastards out there that deserve to be roasted and shamed. Because this man should be honored and respected forever for the stories he gave us. But no. Sweet Baby Inc. can't let a crisis go to waste, now can they? The morning after this announcement caused heartbreak across the globe. Kindred, who is perhaps best known for having been the first individual involved in the ongoing discourse surrounding the company to call for direct access against an ideological opponent in the form of false reporting campaign, directed towards the administration of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam curator list took to Twitter not to offer his condolences, but rather set up a racially charged soapbox on the mangaka's grave. So this same asshole, they got raked over the coals and completely and totally failed at their cancel pig BS nonsense, right? That loser that we reported on and made fun of last week, and shout out to all of you that watched that video. That thing got insane views on a brand new baby YouTube channel and did really well over on Rumble as well. Shout out to all of you that watched that, and Odyssey folks, I remember you too. It's just one of those things like this guy just can't fucking stop, right? That's why these people are psychopaths. That's why they're absolutely insane. They cannot help themselves. They are literally possessed by the spirit of the age. It is in their code. They are brainwashed to the nines. Toriyama gave us the best and worst black characters in anime in the same series. It took range to do that. Oh, here we go. What Kindred did not specify about who among Dragon Ball's extensive cast he considered to be the best and worst black characters in anime, in light of the years of debate surrounding his design, it's more than likely that the character who drew the latter was none other than Mr. Popo. And this is the part of it. We know what he means by this. I think it's a he. It could be a she. Hell, I don't even know anymore. Whatever. It's an it. It's possessed by the spirit of the age. It's a cult member. This cult member out here, right here, this cult member, literally, we know what they're insinuating. Anybody that's been around the Dragon Ball community for longer than 5 minutes knows exactly what he's in referencing to. And so, of course, not even a few hours after the man's death has been announced, you're going to go out there and piss all over his grave and try to stir up a bunch of bullshit that's already been shot down many times before. So, of course, this is one of those things. Now we go into why this is all bullshit. Introduced in the 163rd of the Dragon Ball manga, Mr. Popo is a resident of the Otherworld who was assigned to serve as an attendant to all of Earth's various guardians, such as Kami and Dende. Upon his first encounter with Goku, Mr. Popo, who seemed to be extremely skilled martial artist, be able to shrug off and evade with ease the same attacks the young warriors previously used to put an end to the Demon King Piccolo. After Goku proves his worth as a warrior by ascending to the top of Kami's lookout, Mr. Popo spends the next 3 years helping train and improve his skills in service of killing Piccolo's son, Piccolo Jr., upcoming martial arts tournament, right? This is all history we know, right? Let's get into the controversy, though. As readers may have survived at this point, thanks to his design, Mr. Popo has often been accused accusations of Western audiences being racist. So this is where, unfortunately, Mr. Popo, like Mr. calls, who aren't named Goku or Vegeta as time progressed, the eternal attendant served as a reduction in this role, yada, yada, yada. Trunks and Goten gone through the fusion dance. Yeah, we went all over that. Okay, everybody knows all that. As readers may have surmised at this point, thanks to his design, Mr. Popo has often drawn accusations of racism from Western audiences, with most criticisms drawing parallels between his dark skin, thick lip appearance, and the racist blackface depictions of black people seen through 18th and 19th century entertainment. However, in a twist of irony, despite those who raise this comparison doing so out of purported desire to combat racism, their entire argument hinges on ignoring Asian culture in favor of a Western-centric narrative. Case in point, Mr. Popo's design is not based on an American-specific racist iconography. Rather, it is inspired by the deity Makala, a deity in the Buddhist and Hindu religions, whose regular depiction with jet black skin, a giant red mouth, and a propenity for turban-based headwear all serve to help reinforce his image as a fierce protector. As such, not only is Mr. Popo's designed not a racist character, he also is in no way, shape, or form mean to represent a black-skinned individual. Exactly. And that's the problem with this cult member out here, right? Their ignorance. They show it every single time. And anybody that has been into Dragon Ball or any of that kind of stuff for longer than 5 minutes knows this. This is nonsense. This is absolute BS. This is complete and total bullshit, gaslighting nonsense. Anybody that knows the history of it, and this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting that they have done this, that they have tried to do this. They have tried to piss all over the grave of an absolute creative who they could not even hold a candle to. They don't even deserve to tie his shoes or wipe his ass. And these morons, these idiots want to come out here and try to abuse his death, where all of his fans out there in the world are currently in mourning. They're trying to respect the guy. They're trying to remember him in the best way possible. And this little shithead out here tries to come out there and get a little clout, tries to get a little great, oh, good job from his friends at the cocktail party. Oh, yeah, you got him. You got that racist character, didn't you? Boy, you showed them. Oh, I bet you just pissed off all those little weirdos on Twitter, didn't you? Yeah, you did. And it's one more example of why you're going to get drugged through the coals for this almost as much as you got drugged through the coals for trying to cancel somebody, being the cancel pig you are, because you and your company tried to wokeify gaming, and the gamers and all the fans out there rejected it. And guess what? This is going to be the exact same thing that is going to happen all over again. The fans know what's up. You're going to fail. You're going to get dragged through the coals, and you're going to be desperate to ever be able to find a job, because woke is out and common sense is back, boys and girls. That's why we are winning. That's why we will continue to win. And that's why this little shithead right here needs to be shamed back into the dark little black hole that his cult attitude ass came from.